Is there life deep in the universe on worlds that are very different from ours? Many people find this to be an intriguing question. Scientists have found a lot of worlds in our galaxy that circle billions of stars. This has stepped up the search for signs of life outside of our solar system even more. New telescopes and space missions make it easy for people to learn more about the world's mysteries. In the depths of space, people may one day find other advanced life forms. That's when we'll know we're not the only ones who think the world is unbearably lonely. Let us see what else we can learn about other worlds where people live. Extraterrestrial life, or aliens, are aliens who have been found living in space. There are many possible species, from simple prokaryotes to thinking beings. This could lead to civilizations that are much more advanced than our own. The Drake equation gives us a hint that there is intelligent life out there. It involves the study of life on other stars and planets. Since the beginning of time, people have thought about other places where people could live. Early Christian writers, for instance, wrote about the idea of a plurality of worlds. People who wrote before modern times thought that other planets had living things on them. There is life on Earth, though, even in very difficult and extreme ecosystems like hydrothermal vents, acidic hot springs, and volcanic lakes. These ecosystems could be used as a model for life on other planets. We have been looking for signs of life on other worlds since the middle of the 20th century. The idea of smart aliens has changed culture in a big way. Aliens could have very complex minds or very simple lives like germs on other worlds. Life on Earth is used by scientists to keep things easy. There was no life in the beginning because it was too hot. It cooled down to a safe level after 15 million years, leaving only hydrogen and helium behind. When stars joined together after 50 million years, carbon, oxygen, and then water were made. Before planets formed, the first organic molecules were made in the protoplanetary disk, which was made up of dust grains. In the end, these chemicals caused rocky worlds like Earth to form. Metaboloids are what spread life. Abiogenesis is how life started. It's not easy for planets to support life, and it depends on the type of star and how busy it is. Life can be found all over the Earth, and it has adapted to most environments. This makes me think that life on other planets or stars might be able to do the same thing. But where life came from has nothing to do with how quickly it can change. Life may have had stricter needs in the beginning. There is no way to know for sure if there is advanced life in the universe. There are three main ideas that support the idea that there is life everywhere in the universe. The universe is very big, chemicals like carbon and water exist, and the rules of physics apply to everything. Carl Sagan and Stephen Hawking are two scientists who say it's possible that there is life somewhere other than Earth. The Copernican and average ideas back up this point of view. The rare Earth idea, on the other hand, says that life on Earth might be uncommon because of its location, the way the solar system is organized, and the way the planet was formed naturally. Some people who believe this say that there isn't much proof that life exists outside of Earth. Astronomer Frank Drake came up with the Drake equation in 1961 as a way to guess how many advanced alien societies are in the Milky Way galaxy and how they interact with each other. But no one agrees on the math because no one knows what the numbers are. The Hubble Space Telescope has found that the universe has almost 2 trillion galaxies that can be seen. There are worlds around at least 10% of stars like the Sun. A study from 2013 says that the Milky Way has at least as many exoplanets as stars, or 100 to 400 billion of them. The Fermi paradox could be one reason for this puzzle. This occurs when individuals harbor lofty aspirations for extraterrestrial societies, yet they lack concrete evidence of their existence. There can't be life if the physics are in balance. Power sources like black smokers, stars, volcanoes, plate tectonics, or volcanic vents can mess this up. Biochemistry on Earth needs water, but life on other worlds might need more carbon and other elements. There may also be life that is built on ammonia or hydrocarbons that are watery. There is a chance that life on other planets has different chemical elements than life on Earth. Most of the time, carbon, nitrogen, and silicon are used. It is possible for evolution to happen in cells, and the Earth's surroundings could have an effect on species. By looking at a planet's niches, you can see how much information is on its surface. This shows how smart life can get. It is uncertain whether simple cells evolved into eukaryotes and other multicellular organisms. In fact, the Cambrian boom might have happened a very long time after life started. Other worlds in the solar system, even those outside of the Milky Way galaxy, might not be good places for alien life to start or stay alive because of how harsh their conditions are. But fossils from the past show that some of the first living things on Earth came from very hard places like hot springs or hydrothermal vents. The Earth's conditions are ideal for the start of life because they let chemical reactions happen spontaneously, making compounds that fix carbon. Living things need these chemicals to be able to survive in places with little air. It's likely that other planets in the Milky Way galaxy have atmospheres that are getting smaller or don't have much oxygen. This is another possibility for the origin of life on other worlds. You're most likely to find life on Mars, Europa, or Enceladus after you find life on Earth. Astrobiology is the study of life in space. The only type of life that we know of coming from Earth is in space. It searches for life beyond Earth using a variety of scientific methods. There are now 3,667 exoplanets in 2,747 different systems. They think they have found proof of microbes living on Mars, but since there is no other proof, it is likely a non-living response. In 2011, NASA built the Mars Science Laboratory to find out if there could be life on Mars. Some bacteria are being kept on file at Cornell University to help scientists find similar living things on other planets. NASA also found molecules made of living things that could be used to make new life. In December 2023, hydrogen cyanide was found in the plumes of Enceladus, a moon of Saturn. This means that these chemicals might be able to keep bacteria alive or help begin the complex organic chemistry process that led to life. The Green Bank telescope is being used by the Breakthrough Listen project to listen for messages from aliens. There are effects that technology can leave behind in the homeworld that might not be caused by natural processes. We look at three main types of technosignatures: signals sent between stars, changes in the atmosphere, and Dyson spheres and other Earth-sized objects. AI helps groups like the SETI Institute deal with huge amounts of data as they search for ways to communicate. The Kardashev scale says that one day a society could start getting its power straight from a star close by. To do this, it would need very large structures known as Dyson spheres. More than 4,000 exoplanets have been found since 1992. In the next few years, that number is expected to grow a lot. When scientists try to figure out if a world is livable, they look at a lot of points, like whether or not it has a strong atmosphere full of oxygen. Old Greek myths and the idea that the universe is naturally simple led to the logical idea that there are many worlds besides Earth. At first, the world was thought to be geocentric, but Greek scholars didn't believe in supernatural ideas. Aristotle believed that Earth was the only planet in the universe, while atomists believed that matter was made up of small pieces of classical elements. In Old Jain texts, the first written claim of alien life for humans was made. Ideas from Greece, like the arguments between atomists and Aristotelians, made their way to the Byzantine Empire and then to Europe. This talk and these ideas had come back to Europe by the Middle Ages. Anaxagoras was the first person to write something with the word panspermia in it. The Copernican revolution, which was led by Galileo Galilei, made the facts better and made it more possible that there is life on other planets. There was trouble for the Catholic Church, though, and early modern allies like Giordano Bruno made the case for a world that never ends. Bruno thought there were many places where people and animals lived, which led to the start of the Holy Inquisition in Venice. Because Sir Isaac Newton's theory of gravity used math to explain how the world works, it made the heliocentric model stronger. The scientific method was used a lot, and new discoveries had to be backed up by proof and careful mathematical explanations. The idea that there is life in other worlds stayed popular even as science made more progress. Those who believed in spontaneous creation, where life could grow anywhere, didn't consider it significant. Once the spontaneous generation theory was proven to be false, people began to study the origin of life. There were writers who used the word panspermia again, and said that life on Earth came from somewhere else. Astrobiology looks into whether or not there is life on other stars. As technology got better and people became more interested in the idea of aliens, it became more common in the 20th century. Abiogenesis and the study of life on Earth are used to figure out how likely it is that similar things will happen on other planets. But it's hard to draw broad conclusions from a single case because we don't know much about alien life right now. It is now possible to find and study exoplanets thanks to better spacecraft and telescopes. This means there are more places to look. Scientists think that life from other worlds might exist somewhere, even though it hasn't been found yet. If it does, better technology may be able to find it. Gray aliens are a common type of alien in fiction because people didn't think of them as being different from humans until Charles Darwin's book on the origin of species came out in 1859. Because of limited funds and the rise of computer-generated imagery, CGI in the 1990s, strange monsters were possible to make. Events in real life, like what happened with Barney and Betty Hill, also have an effect on fiction. The 1967 Outer Space Treaty, the 1979 Moon Agreement, and COSPAR guidelines are all reactions by the government to life in space. The UN Office for Outer Space Affairs does not have any ways to respond to contacts from aliens. The goal of NASA's Office of Safety and Mission Assurance, OSMA, is to keep Earth from being harmed by alien life in the past. The Chinese government's space program aims to find life beyond Earth, and the Russian and French space agencies both think that there might be simple life on other worlds. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.